Hargeysa waa nabad. I think this is one of those days that the city of Hargeysa, the capital of the Republic of Somaliland, and the entire Somaliland celebrate one of the most important things that Allah bestowed us, which is the thinking and creatively expressing through art and culture what we believe. madaxweyne ku-xigeenka Jamhuuriyadda Somaliland mudanayaal iyo marwooyin martida sharafta leh mar labaad assalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh ku soo dhawaada 16 guurada bandhigga caalamiga ee Buugaagta Hargeysa 16 sanadood oo la arkay oo la dareemay oo ka mid noqday qayb magaaladan Hargeysa iyo guud ahaan qaranka Somaliland ba kacdoon togan oo la xidhiidha akhriska iyo qoraalka iyo faafinta aqoonta iyo wadaaga iyo dhalista aqoonta wada dhalista aqoonta kacdoonkaas oo ka bilaabmay magaaladan Hargeysa sida la sheegay 16 sanadood ka hor laakiin gaadhay dhammaan geeska Afrika oo ka gudbay oo tagay in ka baxsan geeska Afrika 16 sanadood oo isku xidhay Somaliland iyo adduunyada inteeda kale oo saamaxay dhalinyarada Somaliland inay hesho daaqad ay ka daawato adduunyada inteeda kale daaqad togan oo ay ka aragto sida adduunyadu u fikirto sida adduunyadu wax u qorto sida adduunyadu wax u sawirto sida adduunyadu isu canaanato sida adduunyadu wax isugu sheegto sida adduunyadu wax u wada leedahay daaqadaas oo saamaxday in adduunyaduna ay ka aragto Somaliland waxay tahay siday u fikirto iyo Somaliland nimada dabeecadda ku salaysan ee mawduuca sanadkan uu qayb weyn ka noqon doono 16 sanadood oo in ka badan tobaneeyo dal oo Afrikaanihi ay si gaar ah martii noogu noqdeen iyadoo adduunyada dhan ay nooga yimaado laakiin ay si gaar ah tobaneeyo dal oo Afrikaanihi ay nooga noqdeen martii sanadkan waxa martii noo ah Morocco waan ku faraxsanahay inay nala joogaan martidii Morocco inooga timi 16 sanadood oo 16 mawduuc oo kala kaan aynu ka hadalnay sanadkan waxaanu ka hadli doonaa adkaysiga dib baan ugu soo noqon doonaa 16 sanadood oo aynu dhisaynay imikana uu hana qaaday hoy fanka iyo aqoonta iyo garashada iyo taariikhda iyo ahaanshaha ummadana ay leedahay lagu ururinayay oo aan nasiib wanaag halkan oo kaliya ahayn sida la socotaan maalin dhow National Museum kaleeno furi doono berbera laga furay magaalooyinka waaweyn ay ka furmeen madxafyo wax lagu akhristaa iyo waxa la dhigaa marka 16 sanadood aynu dhisaynay guri meeshu doonaha ku yaal hoy ay ummadani leedahay oo ay ahaanshaheeda iyo dhaqankeeda iyo taariikhdeeda iyo fankeeda ay dhigato 16 sanadood oo koritaan buuxa maantana qaangaar ah dhalinyarada Somaliland kulan siiyay dhalinyarada iyo duqaytidii oo ay wada fadhiyaan geedka hoostiisa isuna gudbinayaan aqoontii inta kadib sidii ay saaray halkan ka tiri waynu badanahay dad aan Soomaaliga ku hadlana wayna la joogan wayna daawanayaan daaqada aan sheegayana waa daaqada inoo saamaxda inaynu ummadda wax ugu sheegno aynu tusno Somaliland waxay tahay siday tahay isla markaana aynu iyaga tusno iyagana wax ka barano waxaynu nahay iyo waxay yihiin marka aynu halka isku weydaarsano sida daraadeed iyo garaadana af Ingiriisi laba eray ku yiraahdo so Mr. Vice President of the Republic of Somaliland the mayor of the city who is coming because he's just finishing a meeting so he's on his way to welcome you to this beautiful city to the members of the government ministers ambassadors friends of Hargeysa International Book Fair the young people almost 60 people who came young men and women who came all the way from each region of Somaliland to attend the Readers Clubs who are attending these 6 days of program, the representative of international community based in Somaliland and beyond, guests, welcome to the 16th anniversary of the Hargeysa International Book Fair, and it's such an honor and a pleasure to have all of you here in our home for full 6 days of packed programming, readings, books, and paintings, traditional dances, all forms of arts will be celebrated here for these 6 full days. But for those who are coming for the first time in Somaliland, it will be a learning process on knowing this country. It is food, it is people, it's dance, it's art, it's songs, and whatever identifies the human and humanity in these people will be showcased in this full program in 6 days. It is a kind of inspiration and the willingness of the young people, of the youth of Somaliland, for the love and for the art and for togetherness. It has been 16 years of a revolution, as I said, in Somali, for culture of reading and writing, for this crucial passage from an oral society to the written culture of our own people. It started from Hargeysa, the capital of the Republic of Somaliland, known and used to now to be the mother of modern Somali art. And it's not something that we are introducing today, but this happened 40 years, in 1940s, so I'm talking about more than 60 years, more than 80 years that people were talking about how this city has been the mother of modern art, of the Somali modern art. 16 years of connection between Somaliland and the rest of the world, where the youth of Somaliland, who, because of the issue of non-recognition, because of perhaps their passport not being accepted by someone, had been sort of isolated, but they struggled to open this window to the world and see how the world is going to function, but most importantly, the same window that allows the world to see what is happening in Somaliland and how beautiful is the country, its own people, and its art and culture. That window allows us to understand each other. And that's what the Hargeysa International Book Fair is all about. It is the spirit for peace, for development, for humanity, and for tolerance. 16 years that we have invited 15 African countries to connect each of them to Somaliland in a specific way, and among them to build a kind of a Pan-Africanism ties through literature, through art, through what the beauty is, the life of the humanity. 16 years of discussing 16 different themes that reflect the situation of this country and its own people, and allow its own people to meditate by themselves and to come up with solutions to the challenges of the nature. Then what is the culture if it is not learning from the challenges that the nature offers to us? That's what culture is about. From developing and shaping an answer to that challenge and the fundamental questions that are coming today globally, among them is the climate change. So we want to understand those themes, those challenges, those global challenges, how we had and we have our own methods, indigenous way to react. And that reaction is what's defined for me the culture. That is what we want to showcase this year, because that reason we selected what the theme of this year is, which is resilience or advocacy in Somali language. The collective reaction is of this action is of this harsh nature of this world, because of, I'm using the word harsh, because of almost 80% of the livelihood of this country is coming from the nomadic or tied or linked to the nomadic pastoral, agro-pastoral society, and the climate change and the droughts are affecting more than anyone else. If in the world, mainly in the Western, the climate change is a theory For us here in the Horn of Africa and in Somaliland, it's practically happening. For that reason, we are reflecting and we are choosing the theme resilience to look back in order to go forward and use what we used to have in order to react to those challenges. It is 16 years we were building a home for art, a hub for culture, for history, knowledge production, getting together, which is the fundamental thing for Somaliland, all a young generation of poets and artists who are connecting to the young people and passing this passage, this knowledge to them. These 16 years, unfortunately, we are remembering that for the last 2-3 years, we are losing an entire generation of those poets. Last of them who passed from Hadrawi, Allah Naxariisto, to Saeed Jama, Allah Naxariisto, to the last one, Umar Hassan Ahmed Roraye, who passed away this year, shows us that the life continues and there is a generation who is passing to the other generation what we have collected. So that natural way of passing, exacerbated by the COVID-19 onwards, we are mourning for those giants who passed away for the last few years, who were linked to this cultural center. Now I'm concluding because of the theme that we have selected as a resilience. I will be leaving to the others who will speak for almost 6 full days. So I will be leaving to them to explain, to talk, to describe what's going on, and we will talk for the entire week. But let me mention one thing when I talk about resilience. This city has been devastated exactly a year ago at the huge fire of Wahen market. And just a few days ago, that devastation has been wiped out, and you don't see anything about that devastation except the rebuilding of it. So if you go and to see what's happening in Wahen, you will see building starts happening. And that's the resilience that I'm talking about. One of those resiliences that we want to mention. In Somaliland, as I said, around 85% of the population makes a living from extensive livestock production systems, and either exclusively because they are in the nomadic and pastoral livelihood, or in a combination with a seasonal arable farming. So the climate change, again repeating, is becoming the word we will evolve in all our discussions in this stage. Hargeysa International Book Fair this year will be presenting you over 60 young men and women invited from the regions of Somaliland, also as known a regional readers club, who are the guys who are there up and who will be bringing back the discussion that is taking place here to where they come from. So they are the ambassadors that will be taking our message from here to each city of Somaliland. The Hargeysa International Book Fair will be presenting you 51 international guests coming from 13 different countries, launching around 60 new books, which are books published, listened and accepted and programmed, and hundreds of books that will be available. And we didn't get room for them to present on the stage, but you will be finding the books in the slots. And this couldn't have happened if we don't have the support of you, first of all. Coming here, we started 16 years ago, and that 16 years ago, Dr. Edna Adam, the patron of the Hargeysa International Book Fair, were coming here to welcome you and to say a few words about this country. Without her, couldn't have been made this progress that we have done. For 16 years, whether it is the president or the vice president of this country, the highest level authority were with us and coming to stay with us or inviting us, as happened last night in the palace, to do the testimony. So I want to thank the Somaliland government being with us in this long journey and identifying Somaliland with the Hargeysa International Book Fair or vice versa. We want to thank our friends who are supporting, whether they are international partners who are working with us, or whether they are Somaliland community, business community who are supporting us. And this beauty couldn't happen if there has no that collective effort. So it is not something liable for this hat, Dr.Jama Musse Jama, but the almost 120 young people who were working for the last month every day to allow us to stay here, to come together. If we didn't have the policy starting the security and the management of the traffic, we couldn't make this morning to start on time when we promised it that we will be starting at 9, and we started. So I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much. I want to recognize that among the volunteers that are working with us, of course, Somtel is providing us all the internet for free, but they are really supporting in different ways. So I want to recognize and thank the Habshil group, but specifically on Somtel. Also, Astan TV, who are giving us live for free. So today we are on all stages, possible on social media and live programming. The national TV, who continuously supporting us to give this message out of this room. But most importantly, I want also to mention the La Scale Cafe. The reason I'm mentioning, I said you will be learning the culture, the art, the food of Somaliland. They are providing some of these. But then they decided also to showcase and give you the Moroccan tea. So they will be showing you what's the food in Morocco as well, to connect these two beautiful countries together. And then I am leaving here. I know that I took 2 minutes more than what I have promised it, so I will stop here. And thank you so much for coming. And it's really, really, really a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.